Hey everybody, it's Judy Gatson in the WIS First Alert News Center. If you thought that the Alec Murdaugh story was over, you could not be further from the truth. You won't believe the news that has broken now about a controversial phone call that has him now facing disciplinary action at the South Carolina Department of Correction. So let me break down for you what they allege has happened and how his conduct was improper. A convicted killer, Alec Murdaugh, as I mentioned, facing new disciplinary charges related to a news interview that he did behind bars. The South Carolina Department of Corrections says that he violated the inmate interview policy and that he did that by using another inmate's PIN. They have a special code that they use in order to make phone calls, and according to court documents, Murdaugh conducted an interview with his attorney. Now that phone call, talking to his attorney, that phone call is legal because legal phone calls are not recorded or monitored on the inmate phone system. SCDC had no idea that this call had happened until the attorney handed that interview over to the media. We are told that it's going to be a part of a Fox News documentary that is dropping soon. So we'll obviously have more on that. But here's what happened. When officers found out that Murdaugh violated the policies, this was back on August 8th, his tablet and phone privileges were suspended. They also reached out to his attorney, stating that their conduct also was prohibited by policy and violated policy, and they warned the attorney of possible consequences as well. So at the root of this problem is, the South Carolina Department of Corrections says that victims of crime really should not have to see or hear the person who victimized them or their family members on the news. So he violated this policy. They say every time someone is locked up at the South Carolina Department of Corrections, they lose all of their privileges of speaking to the news media when they enter SCDC. So this is a story we will continue to follow. We'll see what is revealed, what he says in this supposed Fox documentary that's coming out soon. Of course, back in February 2023, you're looking at the images here. That's when Murdaugh was sentenced to life in prison without parole for murdering his wife, Maggie, and his son, Paul. Obviously, a story that we will continue to follow. But the breaking news tonight, new disciplinary charges for Alec Murdaugh behind bars with this controversial interview that we will continue to cover here on WIS News 10. Of course, the latest details, as always, on WISTV.com.